even we are still facing this pandemic nowadays, students. Because we are still healthy nowadays, let's thanks to God for the health and the chance that we have now, so we can come and study here. Alright, everybody. Last meeting we have studied about conducting an interview. So I guess that you must have known about some expressions that you usually use when you are having an interview. Well, so this time for today we have to deal with American dreams. Then you can turn to your book on page 7 and 8. At this topic we are going to talk about simple past tense. But before we go to the lesson, for further information, let me tell you the goal of learning for our lesson today. Well, the goal of learning for our lesson today is so that all the students are able to use simple past to talk about past actions, past events, or past activities. Or you can talk about something that happened in the past with the correct tenses. Well, everybody, now let's go to the topic.
English lesson grade 11 about simple past tense. Simple past tense is a tense used to talk about an action, event, or activity which happened at past time and finished at that time, or we can say that it is a completed action. For example, Insinyur Soekarno proclaimed our independence on August 17, 1945. Let's go to the first kind of sentence in simple past. In simple past tense, there is nominal sentence. Nominal sentence is a sentence which doesn't have a verbal predicate. For the pattern, positive sentence is subject plus be, was or were plus adjective or noun. The example of the sentence, I was a spoiled boy when I was a kid. Then for negative sentence, the pattern is subject plus be, was or were plus not plus adjective or noun. Example, I was not a spoiled boy when I was a kid. Next, the third one is question or interrogative. The pattern is be, was or were plus subject plus adjective or noun. The example of the sentence, were you a spoiled boy when you were a kid? Now, let's go to the verbal sentence. Verbal sentence is a sentence that contains verbs. Let's see the pattern. Positive sentence is subject plus verb in past form, or we can say that it is verb 2. Example, she bought a book yesterday. Then for negative sentence, the pattern is subject plus did plus not plus verb 1. For example, she did not buy a book yesterday. The third pattern is question form or interrogative. The pattern is did plus subject plus verb 1. For example, did she buy a book yesterday? Next, we are talking about kinds of verbs. There are two kinds of verbs in past simple. We call regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verb is any verb whose conjugation follows the typical pattern or one of the typical pattern of the language to which it belongs. And irregular verbs is any verb whose conjugation follows a different pattern of the language to which it belongs. Then, here are some examples of regular and irregular verbs that you can read.
Well, students, that's all the lesson for today. Before I close the lesson today, let me conclude that simple past tense is the tense which is used to talk about past actions, events or activities which happen at past time and finish at that time too. And there are two kinds of verbs that you can use in simple past tense. They are regular verbs and irregular verbs. So you got to know what is the difference between those two verbs. Well, everybody, that's all for today. Be safe on your way home. Do the things that you can do today and you do not need to wait until tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.